Okay, so this is what the Zendrum battery box looks like when it's done. Now this one isn't wired up yet, so I'm going to open it up. Oh, and I want to mention, so this panel, this back cover, I have to drill holes in here to mount the belt clip. When you purchase these, the holes aren't drilled. What's kind of interesting is they have marks for the holes right here and there. But if you mounted the battery clip where the manufacturer expects you to mount it, it gets in the way of the battery holder, so you actually can't open it. So I when I started making these, I found out I actually had to move this clip up so you have access to the battery compartment, which is right here. Okay. So anyways, that was just something interesting I found out. And these screws are nylon. One thing I do is I put a dab of super glue, the gel type, and it holds these screws in better. And then this is the panel of the battery box prior to wiring. And one thing I found, this right here is this white thing is a nylon washer that I trim to raise the nut above the MIDI connectors, because I basically had to cram all this stuff in a really small space. When I first started making these, the Zendrums had a on-off switch. So the initial battery boxes, it did not have a power switch, and these two MIDI connectors were spaced further apart. And then when when they started making them without the power switch, I then figured how to fit all this in here. It was a tight fit, but thankfully I was able to find a switch that works. So this is what the back side looks like before I wire it. And I basically wire up a diode in series with the battery connector, because on the outside chance that the power switch is on and this is plugged into the Zendrum and you happen to touch the batteries, the battery to the 9-volt battery clip with the wrong polarity, it could send inverse voltage to the Zendrum circuitry, which probably would damage it or could damage it. So this diode prevents that from happening. So I'll do a video when this is done and wired up, and then once it's wired up, this fits into the housing, and I bolt it together, and then I put the decal on it. And I test each one with a Zendrum just to make sure it works. So this is kind of like the middle step. So thanks for watching. Bye.